What's going on, everybody? Today I want to share with you how I practice. Coming up, I would ask more experienced players, how do you do field work? How do you practice? And they wouldn't really give me an answer. Maybe they kept it a secret for themselves. Maybe they just didn't like sharing. Who knows? But I want to share it with you, something that I do all the time, and it has brought me to a much higher level of execution, consistency, and confidence. Before we start, I must advise you, find somebody who has the same passion you have for getting better. Luckily, there will be somebody in your area who shares that same level of passion. If not, you'll have to be like me, who practice by themselves for so long. I got a friend who likes to practice, and we've been doing this field work, and it has been way more efficient, competitive, fun, get more out of it. So I highly recommend finding somebody with that same passion. But let me tell you how I practice. Let's get to it. I go out to a field and I set up my basket. All right. So go out there and I have a little portable basket that I set up. Then I set up a circle in C1 with these bigger cones right here. And I do basically two crosses, right? So I have one cross here and one cross here. So they're across from each other. And that's C1. That's 33 feet. That's 10 meters. Next, I set up these smaller cones at a smaller diameter, depending on what I'm going to work on that day. So say, for example, I'm going to set them to 15 feet. So at the same time, I already have the session planned out. So I hit the ground running. So as I'm setting this, I'll set the smaller cones in a circle at 15 feet. So it kind of looks like that. That's my target for that day. Then I grab whatever it was. Say, for example, this day I'm going to work on my approaches. So I take my approach discs, which are my throwing putters, my neutral and overstable throwing putters, and we're going to throw 10 shots at the target from different distances. The example that I'm going to use is the short game, and the distances that I use are 150, 180, 210, 240. Don't ask me why, that's just the distances that I work. And I will have had notes from the previous time I did this that shows me what my performance was like. So I'll look at my notes and it'll say, okay, last time I did this, I had from 210, I had 8 out of 10 inside that 15-foot circle. Well, I want to get better. I need to push the envelope. I'm going to try and get 9 out of 10 inside that circle. Why do we want to establish a goal? Well, it's very important because it allows us to feel pressure. That's how you simulate it. It's much better than just throwing at the target when things don't really matter. If you have a goal in mind, it gives you pressure. Why? Because say I have that lofty goal of 9, and on my fourth shot, I put one outside of that circle. Uh-oh, now that means that I've got to get all the other 6 shots inside that circle if I'm going to meet that goal. Now that is a very high goal. I just use it as an example. If you don't meet your goal, have the same goal for the next day, right? If you fail miserably, that means that the goal was too hard. You need to make it easier. And if you pass the goal with ease, then you know that the next time you can just make it more difficult, more challenging. We always want to continue growing, but we don't want to set a goal that's too easy where we're not going to grow and we may get bored with it. So for these, I'll do that day. For example, will be backhand hyzer, backhand anhyzer, and then I'll do forehand hyzer, forehand flex shots, whatever it is. So that's the gist of it, all right? And I do this every day. It takes about an hour, hour and a half. It's competitive. It's a lot of fun. So how do I break it down? Well, break it down however you want to, whatever you want to make it, however you want to have fun with it, right? You and your buddy decide, hey, what do you want to work on today? So say, for example, the weekend went by, we played a lot of disc golf, we were kind of tired, and so on Monday, hey, we're going to work on approach, short game, give our arms some time to relax. And then on Tuesday, we're going to work on, say, 300 to 350 foot shots with backhand hyzer, backhand and hyzer. Get both of them. Want to work that angle control, which is supremely important. Angle control, angle control, angle control. I cannot stress it enough how important it is to be able to control the angle you put on the disc for the flight. Wednesday, all right, this is the middle of the day. Let's go for distance. Let's go huge, right? So example for us would be we're going to work 450 to 500 foot shots. Obviously, the target is rather big. It's definitely not inside a 15, 20 foot circle. You got to make it challenging for yourself, but not impossible. Thursday, let's go back to approach, right? Let's give our arms some time to relax, get ready for the weekend. And that's the gist of it. That is how I practice every day. And the consistency it's going through the roof. I'm getting better. And this is what I recommend you do every day as well. We're not going to get better simply playing casual rounds with our friends. It's not challenging. We will get better, but it's going to be of a much slower pace. If you do this, you're going to go at a much faster pace. Now, you don't only want to do this. You want to play some competitive rounds because you want to actually apply what you are learning in a pressure situation in competition. One extra item. The best thing about having somebody there to do this training session with is, well, not the best, but one of the benefits are we don't want to throw all 10 shots at once. So I'll throw one, he'll throw one. I'll throw one, he'll throw one. So it gives us time to reset, step up to the shot, look at what we want to do, and throw it. All right, guys, that's how I practice. Just giving you this advice. It's a really fun way to get better. I hope you use it, and I hope you take your game to the next level. Thank you for choosing Seeker. Have a great day.